It's Around the House. When it comes to remodeling and renovating your home, there is a lot to know, but we've got you covered. This is Around the House.
Welcome to the Around the House show, the next generation of home improvement. This is our weekday update. This is what we talk about every single Wednesday. Thanks for joining us today, guys. We have got an interesting one today, and we'll talk about that in just a moment, but let's do a little housekeeping first. If you want to find out more about this show, head over to AroundTheHouseOnline.com. Make sure you take a look at our videos over on YouTube. We have two different YouTube channels. We have the Around the House show one, and then we have the Around the House Northwest, which is our TV show that has about 400 videos now, or we'll be eclipsing that 400 mark on Saturday when this week's show goes out. So we got a lot of great stuff coming up that you don't want to miss. Today, I wanted to talk about what I see as the death date for the top load washing machine. And that is going to be March 28th, 2028. And quietly here in February, the Department of Energy came out with the Biden administration and said that they are changing energy standards for this. And this is something I've been predicting for a while, but they are going to force top load machines to be the same efficiency as front load machines, which basically means that unless they come up with some crazy idea, that is going to be the death of the top load washing machine. So if you are a top load washing machine fan and you're like, I've got to have mine, maybe it's time to go out here between now and then and go buy a Speed Queen or something that might last you 30 years, because those are going to be going out the door. Now, personally, I'm a front load washing machine fan. I don't have any of the issues that other people have complained about 15 years ago that you saw in the US, where moldy insides and not clean clothes. It's quite the opposite. It works out really well for me, but I'm not here to preach to you about my beliefs on front load washing machines. My thing here is to tell you that there is a end date now that we have on the horizon from the Department of Energy and Energy Star and all those guys out there. They didn't really tell you this. They didn't give the specifics, but they do say in there when you go read the fine print that they are going to make top loads equal in efficiency to front loads, which means goodbye top load machines. And that's going to be very interesting to see what happens with that. For all you people out there that love those, now is the time to save up to get the new one here. And I would expect in 2025, 2026, 2027, as this starts to come out and we see more data, that you're going to see those orders going in for those units, and they will have to be no longer on the market after March 28th, 2028. But wait, there's more. I think we're also going to see the change of our clothes dryers. And I think you're going to see on this same date the death of the gas clothes dryer. And I predict that you're going to see the electric clothes dryer change into a heat pump unit. And what that is, if you think about a heat pump, that's like your refrigerator or your heat pump water heater or the HVAC system in your house. They're very efficient. So don't get me wrong. It's a 110 dryer. And what it does is it basically heats the clothes and dehumidifies them. But here's a couple things that it does. One, it doesn't get that hot, so it takes a little longer for that cycle to go. It uses much less energy, and it doesn't have to be ducted outside because it's removing the humidity and then trapping the lint inside. So my question, though, is, and I don't know this, so I'm going to have to ask some people, and this is what I'm going to start to research here, is there is a sanitation factor when we put our clothes in the clothes dryer. And of course, that heated cycle is great at killing viruses and germs and everything else because you're baking your clothes for 30, 45 minutes. Now, of course, if we've got a lower temperature, might be better for the clothes. Not sure what it's going to do for wrinkles on those clothes. But second of all here, what's it going to do for our health and wellness? Is that going to be enough to really do that? So I'm going to consult with my healthy home experts out there and find out what they know about this and get some ideas on that. But we are now seeing the death of the top load washing machine. And now I think the death of the standard American dryer. And you're going to see the gas dryer going out by 2028 as well, March 28th, as well as I think the electric dryer will now change into an electric heat pump. dryer. And that could be cool. There are some benefits to that heat pump dryer. Don't get me wrong. There are, because now all of a sudden you're not taking all that air and shoving it outside the house. They're incredibly inefficient. A tenth of your energy bill could be that dryer if you're doing a lot of laundry, especially on the electric side. So that's one of those things that could add up quickly. So there could be some energy savings there, but they're also more expensive. So we see this every single time when we get into the more efficient of anything. It gets more expensive. We see that with HVAC. If you want to get the premium product, which is the most high efficient ones, you can pay twice as much there. So there will be some cost things with this as well. So again, I think that's, depends on how the election goes. That could change. But right now, that death date is stamped in at least metal. And someone's going to have to cut that metal out, of course, to change that. So we'll see what happens there. Hey, on the recall notes out there, guys, I did see that if you have a Z-Line brand electric built-in oven, there is a recall on some of those. Take a look. There is a door hinge problem. And it sounds like it's an easy fix, but it is hiding there. And that's one of those things. So go over to the Consumer Product Safety Commission under their website. You can find it over there. And that's another great spot to find out any recall information. If you're out trolling around the internet, feel free to take a look over there, cpsc.gov. Those guys have some great stuff over there. And it could be anything from children's toys to your barbecue to your mattress to maybe the clothes you're wearing today. So take a look and see what's going on over there. It's a great idea. Not all that stuff hits the news. We try to hit the home improvement stuff when it seems big enough to mention. I don't typically mention the stuff where it's like 100, 200, 300 out there. The little tiny stuff, there's way too many of those. And we're not going to make a show out of that because chances of you having that are slim to absolutely none. So we've got that every single Wednesday. If we see something, we try to bring it up. All right, everybody. Hey, if you've got any home improvement questions for us, or if you want me to help you with your next project with a little consulting via email, if you've got some questions, head over to aroundthehouseonline.com and I can help you over there. You can send me a message or give me a call at the studio at 833-239-4144. That number again is 833-239-4144. All right, everybody, I'm going to keep this cut off at this right now. So if you're a washer and dryer person and that's something that concerns you, you might want to share this one up to your friends and get them that same information. Because really, people are going to have to fight back on this. If you do want to save that washing machine, and if you do want to save that electric dryer, and you don't want to have to do that, people are going to have to speak up and get their voices heard. And if not, new energy standards are coming your way. Thanks for tuning in to Around the House. We'll see you Saturday.
Anywhere beyond the mean, life is a love song, let's be loved.